going live.
Are we live?
This is real life.
Is this real life?
Hey everyone.
Awesome.
Still gonna do the sound check over here.
Is it public?
Did you change it to
I'm
public?
pretty sure I did.
I don't see anyone there.
Pretty sure does not sound sure.
You're rewriting it?
Yeah, because I'm gonna actually make a joke about it. I'll be like, and then on October 13th, we
Yep,
have
we're live.
that exciting film Second Half Ass.
Why don't you trust me? Okay.
Why do birds
Suddenly
suddenly appear
Every
time
you're
you are
being
near?
Just like me, they
They
long to be
in your
close
vagina.
to you.
Not to.
Table Cat is always excited for it.
What's the name of
Alright,
Table
so
Cat and it are one.
give me a second here.
Are there people?
Alright, I'm plugged
Are there
in.
people
Tom
there?
H is here.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show podcast / live stream. I'm Cecil Laird with
I'm
my
Edward.
sexy white legs going on.
I'm H Mercer.
I know how to eat Fuego.
I'm Marcia Andrew.
Okay, I need to turn up some mics here. Andrew?
Yes, check. 1, 2.
Gotcha. Fuego?
Fuego here. I mean,
Gotcha, Marcia.
Fuego.
Marcia.
Yeah, it definitely helps to actually have Marcia's mic turned on, for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know. You could probably give me another mic.
Alright,
You know
so
the
we'll
news.
try that one more time. Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show podcast. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm H Mercer.
I mean, Fuego.
Marcia Andrew.
Yeah, we heard everyone that time. Alright. Welcome guys. Sorry about that. Little false start on my
False start on the offense.
Someone hit me.
Yeah.
My part.
If I had something else,
Thank
throw
you.
it out.
So, we are here today to discuss what is something wicked this way comes, I should say. And that
Great rat
is
theory, bro.
the horror season of 2017. I almost said 2017 after watching Marcia's interviews in my editing room
Oh
today.
yeah, 2017.
Game On Expo 2017.
Yeah. We traveled in the future.
Yeah,
But yeah, guys, we are here
Time
to
travel.
discuss what is coming via the horror genre and some not so horror genre, because Andrew is a bit of an outlier as far as seeking out horror content. He actually seeks out non-horror content, so we're going to find out what he's excited about as well. So that leads us into, I guess, Fuego. Do you want to lead the way on this one, and we'll go through movies and TV and whatnots and who's it's and all that.
And then Andrew is going to give some gaming insight from what I was told. So yeah, we are essentially embracing the spooktacular season that we love so very much. September and October are chock full of so much badassness, and everybody knows the first thing that we are going to be hitting, because we are going to be at the press screening, Cecil and myself, on Tuesday for it, and fingers firmly crossed. Who knows if we could be gifted with a few more tickets by the blessings of Gone or whatever the hell.
Wouldn't we have known by now if we won?
I don't know when they would let us know. I'd say at least Sunday or Monday. But we're talking about Stephen King's It, which is basically the adaptation of the children's portion of Stephen King's mammoth novel. Marcia and I actually both reread the novel and all of its 1,150-something pages of ginormousness. So we're going to film a review of the book today, but there is big buzz about this. There's actually buzz that it might be the biggest horror opening in cinema history.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? I would imagine if it's as good as the trailers, I mean, good word of mouth, this could crush at the box office. So I'm going to ask Marcia first and foremost, how excited are you for this film?
I'm really excited. If I don't get bequeathed any premiere tickets.
You said queef. You said
Bequeath.
Yeah,
I talked to Pete. I'm like, we should go see it at the IMAX, and if they're gonna release it at the IMAX, we might as well watch it on a big screen and take advantage of that.
I don't think our press screening is IMAX.
No, so I'm like, if I have to pay for it, might as well make it great. I'm really excited though. I know we've talked about it before, but looking at the cast and the different characters that they are going to be bringing in that they didn't tap into on the mini TV series. And the fact that they're actually focusing more on the kids and what happened and what the things that they went through. I'm really, really excited about that.
Let's see. Mr. Mercer, what is your thoughts on the upcoming It film? Is there excitement for you?
Honestly,
You can be honest.
I couldn't tell you anything about the original It. I know nothing of the story. I'm not really super excited. But I know there's a lot of buzz around the movie because a lot of people have wanted this, long time coming kind of a thing. So I can feed off of their excitement.
Yeah.
I can be a poser.
There you go.
Have you seen the original movie? Or the
No.
mini-series, I should say.
I have not.
Oh, man.
I have.
You just seen the clown around town.
Like, there for a while, when you said Pennywise, I didn't know what you were talking about.
You're thinking the band, right?
Yeah, I knew Pennywise the band before I knew Pennywise the clown.
Damn good band, by the way.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I know, I'm horrible.
Horrible at horror.
Oh my god.
It is what it is.
I was so worried. I was freaking out because everyone was pixelated. I'm like, oh my god, what is going on with the stream? And then I'm like, oh, my quality's set at like 144p.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Sorry about that.
So we're talking It, right?
Yes.
Okay, honestly, I can't remember a time I've been more excited to see a horror movie in a while. As much as, or I guess as little as I talk about it, just on a one-on-one basis. Like, I just chime in, and when I went to training, actually a number of the guys out there asked, when they found out about the show, what do you think about It? What do you think about It? Are you excited about It? And, like, it was really funny. We don't get, well, anyway, it's exciting to know how many people are excited about the movie is what my point was going to be in a very long-winded way. So I am super pumped about it because of the trailer reactions that we've done, quite frankly.
They performed very well.
Yeah, well, not only did they perform very well, but they sort of gave me confidence as to how the movie's going to turn out, because I was very, Fuego can attest, and I think we talked about it in news segments early on when we were talking about it, when the first images of Pennywise were released, I should say. Yeah, with the buck teeth and everything, and the weird 1800s French clown outfit. I was like, what is this? This is not going to be scary at all. And then they dropped that first trailer with him, like, freaking out coming out of the water, and I was like, oh, damn, okay, this can be scary. And then the second trailer from the MTV Awards wasn't as scary for me, but then the third trailer, once again, reaffirmed, and especially with his delivery of, here, take it. Like, the way he just enunciated that It was really, really awesome. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to watch the movie for sure.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know if it's my most anticipated thing because of some of the other things that are coming out. I just, again, my top 3 horror icons, I believe, are Jaws, Freddy, and Chucky. So one of those, I think, automatically knocks It below something else, but we will get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, just to chime in one more thing, I was actually really not okay with them doing the decade changing initially. You know, because the children's stuff is set in the 50s in the book, and I was apprehensive about them switching it to the 80s and how that was going to alter things a little bit, but at this point I'm sold. So, yeah, I'm curious how they're going to change the monsters, though, because, you know, I'm sure we'll talk about this in our review. King has said that it was basically his final exam about, like, the classic 50s monsters, you know, Dracula and Frankenstein and Creature from the Black Lagoon and all that stuff. And Andres Muschietti has been very, staunch in saying that it's not going to be that. It's going to be different monstrous fears for these children. And so I'm curious how they're going to change things up, and what is going to differ from the source material.
Swamp Thing, or
maybe
the Blob,
Freddy Krueger,
or I don't know. Well, I don't know if they could get the rights for that, but
Probably not.
I didn't know that. So
You know, the Blob is like my favorite horror movie.
yeah, I didn't
ever.
know they were going to change the monsters though, because I feel like those are universal monsters that could still
They're iconic.
be used. The werewolf, no werewolf.
I don't know. I mean, in the
It
trailer,
looked like
remember,
there was
we
a
saw
wolf.
the claws when they were
You
in
can't,
the house on
you
Maple
can't
Street.
trademark a werewolf. So they'll definitely be able to do that.
Well, you could Mummy, Dracula, spiders. I don't know.
You can trademark Dracula, but you can't trademark vampires. So
One thing with rewatching the miniseries was I couldn't believe how they completely cut out the house on Maple Street. You know, which
Well,
is
we'll
such
We'll
a
talk about that in the review.
huge thing.
review.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I
so you
We
guys
have
know.
lots more to talk about.
We have plans for this coming week. We are, after recording this, we are actually going to be recording a book review of it, a mini-series review of it, and all in preparation for It Week, essentially, on the channel.
Yeah.
I believe Fuego
Yeah.
and I are going to try and do the VR experience of it as well, because you can too, Marcia.
Well,
just
I don't know what that
depends on your
is.
time. There's a 30-second 3D VR It trailer of some kind that you can only do on the PlayStation VR. So we'll have to film the TV off to the side. It'll be a bit of an experiment, but it'll still be fun to see. So the goal being that we can release our review of the It miniseries on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday we will watch the movie, and very late Tuesday you will be able to see our review of it, our non-spoiler review.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday we can put up the book review, since it's comic book day, but book review is close enough. Thursday and Friday we can figure it out, it'll be other stuff. And then Saturday for the live stream we'll do the spoiler review of it. So next Saturday's live stream is going to be a spoilers discussion of it, just so you guys know. So next Saturday at 6 p.m., spoilers discussion of it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get anyone to join in unless I literally Skype them to my telephone and put them on the mic and up to the camera. So we'll probably have to do a separate discussion with Fuego the following Tuesday, having people call in and stuff on the computer over there.
Are you not going to be here Saturday?
No, he will. But we're gonna do our spoilers review on Saturday, and then we're gonna do a fan call-in show on Tuesday, where people can actually Skype in and give their opinions with us on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of It coverage, you guys, coming at you this coming week.
Hopefully it's good.
I really hope so.
Otherwise,
I
it's
really
gonna be
hope
really
so.
awkward.
But doesn't it seem like
it
seems like how can they screw this up with all that we've seen?
Actually, I haven't watched all of the trailers because I'm not a fan of watching all the trailers because I like to leave mystery.
Bless you.
Sorry about that.
And let them experience the movie the way I feel movies should be experienced. So I feel like because it's actually a full-length movie and they're focusing half of the story on the kids and then hopefully coming back and focusing on the other half of the story, I feel like it has to be good, but there's always room to fuck it up. It's a Stephen King.
Well, of course.
It's
Yeah,
a
look
Stephen
at the mist.
King book.
God's sake,
come
look
on.
at the Dark Tower. Ugh.
Yeah, that everything looks like it's going their way, and I'm gonna experience the way it needs to be experienced, but man, it's still Stephen King, and he's got some sort of curse on some of his stuff, man. I think
Some sort of curse.
My fingers are firmly crossed. It's good.
well,
So.
some of the stuff that transfers over doesn't always transfer over correctly,
No?
but I think they have a lot going for them. I'm actually, and it's really sad, but I'm actually interested to see how they're gonna use Patrick Hogstadter, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Because the kid was super creepy. He was creepier than Henry was.
Way worse, in fact. Yeah.
The Newbold Street, they're bringing in there's a lot of stuff that the series cut out that I'm excited that they're going to be touching on. So I hope it's good.
Yeah. Same.
But let's hope
Let's
Hope is enough.
Hope is for...
it's enough.
Do we have any interactive comments so far, Mr.
A
Messer?
lot of people are talking about the guy from Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh,
the fact
we're
that
gonna
Oh,
get
well,
there.
yeah, we're going to get there.
Just hold on, everybody in chat. We're getting there. Hold the door.
Hold.
Hodor.
That. So the week after it, so it comes out September 8th, and then the following week is actually the new Darren Aronofsky film, which I know you and Cecil weren't too big on the trailer, but I'm actually very intrigued by Mother. There's all kinds of rumors rampant about the fact that it's about vampires, it's got a Rosemary's Baby type vibe, but the trailer, as I know you didn't like the trailer because it really didn't imply enough about what it was about, right?
I don't really
That was
remember
the one
it.
with Jennifer Lawrence, and she was dating Javier Bardem, and they're at the house, and Michelle Pfeiffer and the guys show up, and
We had age issues with that one.
There was big time age issues, yeah. But, you know, they
I still don't
they
remember
want to
it.
push Jennifer Lawrence down our throats, apparently. So,
Some guys like that.
yeah, hey, I'm down.
Hey, man.
That's
Like,
okay.
I don't know. It's the fact that you just told me the whole trailer and I still don't remember any of the trailer makes me go, meh.
It looked gothic and surreal and strange. It had a very Black Swan type vibe to it. I know you guys were saying that, but
Was this like an A24 movie?
wasn't it A24? Shout out to Luis, A24, the lover of A24.
I don't know. I tend to say A24 every time I don't like something.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by this movie though. That comes out September 15th. I mean,
That says, you know, Marcia, the trailer you guys got shit for.
oh yeah, because we had to cut out pretty much
Oh,
like
I know.
the entire thing, and it's one of the few videos on our channel with more dislikes than likes.
Oh, really? Because that.
Yeah, that
because
and
of
like
me not liking
Ghostbusters,
it?
and that's it.
I think so.
Probably.
Probably.
Well,
Jennifer Lawrence is gonna be good, guys.
well, it was honestly because
So
of the fact that
cool.
Cecil had to trim pretty much the entire reaction. And then
Oh.
these people were talking shit in the comments and saying, that wasn't even a trailer reaction, blah, 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 and yet he got flagged. So it's like, what are you going to do? So that just shows kind of the
Not
silly
only that, but
nature
no,
of some
people
of
were
our-
upset of our age comments.
Really?
They were
I don't
like,
remember this at all.
the age difference is part of the story.
How the hell should they know? They haven't seen it.
I don't know, they assumed.
Hilarious, man.
Age difference? No, I have to rewatch it because I don't even remember anything about it. Like, why are you guys so mad, bro?
Well, since I love Darren Aronofsky, The Fountain, Requiem for a Dream, Pi, I even like Noah. You know, Noah was interesting for what it was. But so we will jump to the following week, which is going to be September 22nd, and that is actually, did we do a trailer reaction for Friend Request? I think we did, right?
No, I have it listed.
Oh, okay. Well, that is that's the next big horror bit that's coming, and that same week on September 20th, we have No End House, which is the new channel Zero,
Yep.
which we did a trailer reaction for, which looks super
We
badass.
didn't
It
even
looks
talk
like
about
head-spinning, trippy strangeness. Toy Story. Oh yeah, that's right.
It's this week.
It is this week. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead because I was so excited to talk about it. So
Whoa.
the same day that we are seeing the press screening, Cecil and I, is the same day that we have the premiere of American Horror Story Cult.
So they can go and watch it, and I'm just gonna watch American Horror Story.
Yeah, so you can see Evan Peters with that lovely blue hair of his,
Ow!
being crazy cult leader.
I don't know anything.
I know,
At
because
least-
you didn't even watch the.
Hopefully he's in it longer than like 2 episodes, but let's see.
Yeah, he was getting down on the gay down in that last season. He was.
Wow.
Just to give real quick
I'm okay
proper
with it.
shout outs. So far we've got Tom H, Daniel Barker, Rogue Reaper, Matt Reyes, Kit Kat, Rubber Soul, Jordan
What up,
S,
Rob?
Will Rube,
Move.
Twizilla01,
Yeah.
Sarah Marcel, Dodson43, Paraman Boy, Savini Jason, and I think that pretty much
Veravet is here.
Veravet, what's
Will
up?
Rube.
Kevin Barker is here.
Jason Hobbs. Did you say
Yeah.
Jason Hobbs?
I did not say Jason Hobbs.
Jason Hobbs.
Javier Lerma. Jesus, a lot of people are commenting already. I am way behind.
Yeah.
All right. Continue on, Fuego.
Yeah.
American Horror Story.
So yes, American Horror Story. Marcia, your thoughts, your excitement.
I'm so excited because I did manage to see like that little teaser that Cecil made me watch out of Comic-Con, and I've been able to avoid everything else. So I'm super excited to go in fresh. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that perspective last year, so I'm excited to have that again and see if my theory is correct and that, you know, it's better to watch a show unscathed. And plus, I think it'll be a good perspective because you guys seen all the trailers, and I'm going in there fresh, so I think it'll be.
Well, it's just one
very
more trailer,
interesting.
but the credit sequence too. We did.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that, and I'm not
Which
reading
looks
anything
cool.
about it. I'm not listening to anybody talk about it at all. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I was most intrigued after doing the trailer reaction by Billy Lord, Princess Leia's daughter, Carrie Fisher's progeny. Yeah, she looks interesting.
From Scream Queens.
From Scream Queens, exactly. Yeah,
I'm gonna show you
she's a
this.
babe.
So we had a couple people ask about Death Wish, since I'm sure that's not on your list there because it's not
No,
exactly a horror.
not per se. That's why I didn't put
that
Blade
trailer
Runner on
looked
there either.
awful.
Yeah,
The
it
trailer
looked
that we
like
saw
shit.
looked terrible. I'm
The
not
tone is
excited.
weird.
Eli Roth directing an action movie starring a Bruce Willis that has long since stopped caring about what he does. Not
Bruce
excited.
Willis movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
it's a remake of the Charles Bronson Devilish stuff. Table cat.
I watch anything Bruce Willis. He's my fave.
You see, I haven't really liked him in anything since like Red and Looper. Like, and I don't know. I just don't think he really gives a fuck anymore, personally. And
Why
that's
should
it.
he? He's Bruce Willis. Like
I
he's
know.
like been in 120,000 movies.
He was in Die Hard and Die
super-
Hard with a Vengeance,
Oh
for
my
God's sake.
gosh! Every
Love
Die
Die Hard
Hard.
with a Vengeance.
Every Die Hard. movie.
Wences Acosta is here. He's having a bit of a rough night, so everyone say what's up and thank you for
What's up?
joining us.
What up?
Lydia Young is here as well. Hello, hello.
Hola from
Kevin
across the
Barker.
pond, Lydia.
Kevin Barker.
Yeah, Kevin Barker as well. I thought I mentioned that, but maybe not.
Hmm.
So Fuego, what's next?
Yeah, so next up we have Jeepers Creepers. Controversial film,
There
even
we go.
amongst the ranks here at the horror
Yeah.
show. One of our
That's true.
current hosts, Mr. Dirk Heron, is boycotting this movie because of the fact that I don't want to
Because
say
of-
something like can't separate art from somebody's
It's
personal
opinion.
life.
It's opinion
but-
based.
And it is opinion based. I honestly, there's a lot of people who, creative types that I don't agree with how they live their lives, but that doesn't mean that I can't find merit in their art. So I guess that's my way of saying that I want to see Jeepers Creepers 3 because I like both of the original films, and I'm not condoning in any way what that bastard did. However, it's a film series and
I'm just excited about the movie. I love the series. It's unfortunate that he's a chomo, but
Chomo.
you know,
Hashtag Chomo.
so
No bueno, yo.
so were a few other people out there that I still enjoy their work, and it's an unfortunate, but that's what the justice system is for. Let them be punished the way that other people are punished. He's gonna be. I'm sure he's going to. Has he gone to jail yet, or?
I don't think so.
It did
Court.
happen. It did happen in the 80s, though. This
Yeah.
happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I don't know all the story about it, but let the legal system do what they do. I just want to watch the movie. To be honest, I'm a fan of the series, and it actually after hearing what his personality type, it kind of makes sense about the
Some of
series
his
because
weird
it's
quirks.
a little creepy. And hate me if you're gonna, because you probably already hate me anyway.
Hey.
He was
I wanna watch
convicted
it.
and did jail time.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, okay, perfect. There you go. Someone let us know. So, if that's the case, if he served his sentence, then what more can we ask for?
Yeah.
I don't know if he served all of his sentence or if he was convicted on all the charges or not, but nonetheless, the reason for me seeing it, honestly, is definitely not to support the guy. It is
To complete
because
the
I'm
mission.
completionist. Yeah. I can't not see sequels. And I really did like Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 a lot. Obviously, that was before we knew all of this stuff, but still, the movies were fun. I'm a big creature guy, and this was a big creature movie that was, you run, you drive along the interstates of America, you never know what you're going to run across. And if you
Right.
poke your head where it shouldn't be, then it might be liable to get dug into or cut right the hell off. You know what I mean?
Might lose
So,
your skin.
yeah, you
And
might lose your
intriguingly-
skin or your eyeballs or whatever the creeper finds delectable about you.
And my favorite part of the whole movie.
Now that's
is almost
that's
the
where it
license
sounds
plate.
weird.
Creepers.
I
Because
love-
he eats
I
the
love-
things.
I know.
Yeah.
I love the license plate. That's still. I actually looked up.
What does it say? Creeper
Be
one?
eating you.
Be eating you? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the kids are like, does it say beating you? And then later
Yeah.
on you're like,
I still didn't pick that up, so
Yeah.
thank you. That's
And this
You're
ties
welcome.
in
I love it.
directly with the first film, so it's going to have the surviving sister, just a long sister from the first film.
same actress.
Yeah, same
Mhm.
actress.
Ah,
Yeah, which
I'm
is
sorry.
cool.
I'm just so excited. And
We need to do retro
you
reviews.
can be mad at him for being a chomo. I mean, you can be mad at Bill Cosby for being a rapist.
I still love Ghost
Oh.
Dad.
O.J. Simpson murdered a few people, and yeah, it's sad. It happens, but that's what the justice system is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we still go support Bryan Singer in the X-Men films, man, for God's sake. I mean,
Well,
come on.
I don't know. This stuff has become more prevalent recently now. The Penn State thing with Sandusky. You don't necessarily have to hate football or even Penn State football. That guy was just a creep, nasty, weirdo.
And yet the entire program suffered because of his mistakes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I know they covered it up, which is probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't. If you find out that someone's a chomo,
Look at
you don't
Jared.
just look the other way.
Look at Jared with Subway.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally wiped that whole thing off the face of the
Was
earth.
he a chomo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, underage, like, prostitutes or something? Or, I don't
I mean,
remember.
Were they boy
No, no.
prostitutes?
No, they were women. Well, girls.
It was
Yeah.
just underage, plain and simple. I mean, that's
Men
yeah.
and their sex toys.
Yeah, he's in jail and he's gained all this weight too. I've seen photos. It's
so.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's bad, but again,
Force feeding
there's
it.
a lot of people associated with the movie that probably don't like the guy either. Probably we could have alluded to this a lot earlier, so you know, maybe go watch it for them, support the movie for them, and not necessarily this one guy that's attached to it. I know he's was the director, which is kind of important, but other people are associated with the movie. You don't have to kill the product just because of one guy, I think, but we'll see. Let's see what the DVD release does. That should be like one of the highest bought DVDs of the year.
Well, yeah, it's going to be limited theatrical, I think only a week or so, and then
One
it's going to
day?
be on VOD. Yeah, just
One
one
day.
day, and then it's going to be on VOD. So, as we get to the
Yeah,
end
well,
of the
just
month,
real quick, Jamie
Yeah.
Williamson stops in to say hi, and I hate how Hollywood picks and chooses what they support so backwards, and T-Dog is here as well. It could be wrong, but I heard
T-Dog.
he was convicted but left the country and went somewhere without extradition. That's definitely what happened
Roman
with
Polanski.
Roman Polanski. I don't know. I don't think that's what happened with Victor Salva.
Yeah, because I think he's up in
Yeah,
Canada,
Casey
right?
Anthony still has children. What the fuck?
Ridiculous.
She should not have children.
Oh, River Soul says the Jeepers Creepers dude should have made Child's Play. He has experience.
Ooh.
Too soon. Too soon.
Some
Rob.
other people are saying they're dying laughing. So. Good for you guys. Oh boy.
That's why they started
Ooh.
going by
Well,
the
I
Chucky.
thought I was
Oh,
inappropriate.
That's why they started calling them by the Chucky name instead. No misconceptions. Weirdos. Well, if we're gonna jump,
Edward D is also here. So.
Edward D, maybe the funniest current commenter that I see on a lot of our videos. My lord.
I'm a Rubber Soul fan.
Are you?
No, I
Oh,
like
I
Edward D
know.
because he's a
Yeah.
big 10-minute podcast fan too. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see.
I love you
Also,
all
Edward
equally.
D knows the little evil bit that I was joking about from JT from the Collider and Schmoes Peeps. So shout out, yep.
Okay.
Did you watch
Yeah.
Little Evil?
I did not. I started it the other night and I fell asleep. So
Oh.
yeah,
Brutal.
I had that problem too.
it was okay.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
made a reference, but I thought you.
well, yeah, just the name alone made me laugh. But so at the very end of September, as we continue trudging through this frightful season, guys, there's so much happening on the 29th of September. First and foremost, I'm seeing Stephen King in the Chicago area, which I'm very excited about. But Gerald's Game hits Netflix.
Cool.
The Flatliners remake comes
Yeah.
out.
Ooh.
The premiere of Exorcist Season 2, which I know you guys were big fans of,
Yeah.
which I still need to make some
Yep.
time to watch.
Let's hope
So
that still is good.
yeah, so there's a ton of stuff going down. I'm probably most excited about Gerald's Game. I'm currently rereading Insomnia, which is the other Derry Stephen King book. So I'm about halfway through that, and then after that, I'm going to read Gerald's Game again, because a lot of people didn't think this was a filmable novel, but Mike Flanagan figured it out, and the buzz has been good. So
Well, we'll see.
yeah, but I know you guys are big fans of The Exorcist. They're not going to be with the same family, but they are going to have the same
What?
two like priests or whatever,
Yeah.
and a lot of the some characters. So
Yep.
yeah.
I
So
need
it's
to
like
watch
they're-
the news
So it's
more.
like they're going on another
Yeah.
adventure of sorts, and I haven't even watched the show.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it nonetheless.
Why are they changing it?
Well, I think they're going to still keep the cults and demon stuff, the priest stuff. It's just the family that's not.
But why would
coming
they
back.
change it?
Because the
they
family got free of it.
Yeah, and so the two priests or whatever are like
Okay.
going to help out another family or something. So yeah, it'll be slightly anthological in that aspect. Of it, so.
Didn't...
Wah, wah.
Well, my...
Everyone's asking about Cult of Chucky. Fuego, where is that in
That's the
line
next
here?
thing. That
All
actually,
right.
So I was at least going to ask about Flatliners, but if we want to jump across, that is totally fine. I'm actually curious about the Flatliners remake. The cast is good. Trailer didn't wow me very much though when we watched it, but
put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comments. But
Cobra Kai is here. Michelle Kelly is here.
Since we were just talking about child's play, let's talk about Cult of Chucky. It is being released on VOD October 3rd. I don't think this is getting a limited theatrical. It's just going right to home release.
Wow.
Nope, the last one wasn't in the theater either.
Wow.
Yeah, the buzz has been very good out of the festival circuit for this film. They have said that it is one of the best and goriest entries in the franchise. I know how much Cecil adores Chucky. I mean, he said earlier in this broadcast how much he likes it.
So much so that I didn't want to have a nose full of snot when I talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's entertaining.
Yep, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. Chucky is one of my favorites of the horror pantheon, and I thought Curse of Chucky was a great return to form. And so I'm excited to see how Cult of Chucky sort of juggles the continuity of the Chucky universe.
Because it's mushing it together.
It is. It's mashing it up, and yeah, like you said, there's a lot of good buzz coming out. So I'm excited to hear what that's all about.
I don't know. I was not a fan of the Tiffany.
What?
No.
Not even in
No.
Bride.
None of it.
What?
Bride of Chucky.
Right, well.
None of it. I thought it.
Did you watch Curse? Curse didn't have Tiffany in it.
Yeah, we watched
Well,
it
she was.
together.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was at the very end. Wasn't
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like it
oh,
just
yeah, we did watch
it dumbs down the series, I think, and it is like, oh well, here I am. You know, I don't know. It dumbs it down. Like Sue, Chucky, Bride of Chucky, all that stuff was like, this is now you went from like this is scary and creepy to
this is dumb.
this is stupid.
You
Like
didn't
you're
like it when
wasting
it
my
was
time.
hammy and self-referential and all that.
No.
See, that's what I liked. I
I didn't
enjoyed
like it.
that.
Didn't like it.
Mr. Mercer, have you seen any of the Chucky films?
I have seen a couple of them, but bits and pieces here and there.
I don't know. I just feel like you dumb it down. You take something that was serious
We
and
don't.
scary, and then just make it into a comedy movie.
Edward
all it
D. Edward D. donated $5.
Edward D.
Oh shoot! Sounds like someone's gonna
Yeah,
get
he
the final
said,
question.
my Stand By Me all-women remake looks not so far away with Lord of the Flies all-women remake being made.
Yes,
it's
I
not
could
being
agree
made,
about that.
it's being bandied about, and too many people came down on it for them to continue it because they missed the point of the story entirely. Shy Lethal is here, says Star Wars sucks now, lol. Okay.
Star Wars
I was talking about
Okay,
anything
it
like
sucks
that.
if we get another Death Star for God's sake, like they were hinting at on Force Friday yesterday. They're like, do we need a third fucking Death Star?
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
I don't
Brady, we did not
Terrible.
see it. Okay, we talked about it at the very beginning of the show, so you'll have to find out. But we see it on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So there you go.
Tuesdizzle.
Jason Hump says I love Bride of Chucky.
You would.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Edward D says seriously. I don't know what seriously.
Seriously, what?
I don't know.
Seriously?
That he likes Bride of Chucky because he's alive.
Veravet says an all-female Lost Boys remake. The
Heyo!
Lost Girls. I don't know.
No.
Everybody's lost.
I know you weren't here at the beginning, Brady, but everyone else was.
Yeah, Brady, that's
So
our
consider them.
We always start at 6.
At 6. All right. Edward D. The movie isn't being made. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They're not making it. I'm sure they're not going to make it because
We're talking
too
about
much
girl-centric
backlash.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
I was reading about that just yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I know I'm a girl and everything, but like, why
You are?
why do I have to remake all these movies with girls? Like, just make a new movie.
Thank the Ghostbusters.
Jesus.
I thought you liked the Ghostbusters.
I
Thank
do. That doesn't mean like we have to redo every movie
Gotta try it.
with titties. Like,
Gotta
I'm
try
sorry.
it. Gotta try it.
Jason Hobbs. Oh,
But
sorry,
they're
go ahead.
life givers.
Gender bender cosplays. That's where it all started. Gender
Jason
bender
Hobbs says, "Yep, I love a good horror comedy." Then skip Little Evil. Our review will be up in the next day or two of that.
No, you can watch it.
You can watch it. You just won't laugh much.
Like-
I literally laughed twice in the whole movie.
And I laughed at all the parts that you saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
You see, that's bad.
But our review of Death Note will go up after this. I'll go
I
put
still
it
have
up
to
after
watch that.
this.
I don't
And
know how
then
much I
our
recommend
review
watching it.
of Little Evil will go up tomorrow. and then our review of It will go up on Monday.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. I think they were developing Lost Girls a long time ago, but it never came out. That's what Death Twitch is here. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. The Lost Girls was a planned sequel way back in the day, but it didn't happen for some reason. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let's see. Wences says, hey, to be fair, It Follows 2 would work with all girls. Touch on LGBT love. Maybe. He says he means that legitimately. Yeah, but It Follows sucks.
There's girls in the movie.
It Follows is one of the most overrated horror films of the last decade.
It Follows, the main character is a girl.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai says a lot of his friends were surprised by how good Cult of Chucky was when they saw it at Fright Fest.
Yes, that's where it debuted.
Yep.
Paraman
Boy says Death Note was terrible. Yeah, you'll watch our review.
It was pretty bad.
Brady insists on asking stuff that we might not necessarily want to address, so that's why I'm ignoring it. Netflix is making so much content, it's like homework to watch everything, and most of it's not very good except Castlevania. Edward D, you're wrong about Castlevania, but okay. Michelle Kelly, Fuego, whatever happened to the Stand adaptation for the big screen?
Josh Boone was working on it, and he's apparently pushed it to the side, and he's trying to develop Revival right now. I don't know. Who knows?
Death Twitch says, oh my god, I love you guys even more now that I realize I'm not the only one that thought It Follows was overrated. It Follows was missing an entire goddamn third act.
Yeah.
Where was it? Where was it?
The best part about It Follows.
Review.
Yeah, the best part about It Follows was the soundtrack. Everything else was pretty.
Did we actually review it?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we podcasted about it though. We didn't do a video.
I don't think we did a video review of that.
What?
Really?
No, it was rough though. We were not fans.
That's right. We did.
There was a lot of overrated horror. A lot of people. I didn't even like Babadook as much as everyone else did.
That's what we did the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast was overrated horror. Yeah, the horror hype machine. Yeah, we talked about It Follows and the Babadook, and how both of them were really overrated.
Babadook.
Babadook also very overrated. I just wanted to smack that kid in the face.
Sarah Marcel says, "Hey, I like It Follows." That's okay. We don't dislike the people that like the movie. We just dislike the movie.
We just think about your judgment.
Yeah, we clearly won't listen to you regarding anything going forward.
I mean, you fall under the Jaime category. It's fine. You know, he's still here.
Have you guys reviewed The Guest? No.
Not very fond.
Death Valley should come back and be put on Netflix, Tony Robinson says.
Yes.
I agree. Death Valley was amazing. Death Valley was the Reno 911, but except vampires, werewolves, and everything, and zombies actually exist.
It was awesome.
It was like only 12 episodes. It was on Comedy Central, I think. It was really funny. But it didn't last.
They had the kid from the Fighter and the Kid podcast.
Brian Callen.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching Twin Peaks? Asked Shy Lethal.
No, I should go
It's
there.
amazing. No.
Yeah,
I could not get into that show.
I watched the first
original.
episode, and I was a little like, why?
The intro music is like 2 minutes, and it is like pulling teeth.
Maybe I need to keep going. Maybe it gets better, but it's just like so long. Like it was like an hour and a half, and it felt like 3 hours. I couldn't understand what they were trying to communicate to me as a viewer. I don't know. I'm just maybe because I didn't follow the first set either. Because I tried to watch the original Twin Peaks. And that was so dated that I couldn't get through that. And then I was like, okay, so I'll just try this. And then it was like, who is it? David Finch?
David Lynch.
Yeah,
David Lynch is an acquired taste. Seriously, I mean, I like Mulholland Drive and Lost Highway, but then I don't like Wild at Heart, and I don't like some of his other stuff. So it's
too much.
Blue
It's
Velvet,
so heavy.
Yeah.
So heavy with the weird A24 shit. I don't know.
He's all about his surreal, nonsensical shit. So some people dig it, and
I don't know.
Just
Maybe
not always
I just
for me.
gotta push through it, but I just don't have time for that.
Princess says, you want overrated new films, it's Get Out. Props to Peele, but at the end of the day, it's just a low-end Hitchcock movie.
Ooh.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
But
I've never seen the Hitchcock movies.
I do agree that it was overrated.
Really?
I understand what they were trying to do and all the stuff behind it, but at the end of the day, I mean, did it scare me? Was I like, oh my god, the twist? No, I saw it coming a mile away, and I was not really that impressed.
I think since we saw it at the press screening, we thankfully were not hit with the hype machine behind it, you know, and then as more momentum and more people, you know, were just lauding praise on it, maybe the expectations were risen a little high. I still really liked it, though. I think it's one of the best horror movies of the year.
Well, yeah, everybody's like, oh my god, the twist, I didn't see it coming, and I'm like, really?
With the girl? Spoilers!
No, I think the biggest thing is they're like, oh.
No, the twist was
the
twist.
The twist was that they were switching bodies.
Yeah, the twist is the fact that this bigoted white neighborhood was actually using the bodies of black people to further their own sort of genetic place in the world.
Right.
Like, that's a twist. It's not just that they were trying to kill them. The twist is that they were actually trying to take their bodies.
Well, that they
Spoilers.
did take their bodies over.
Yeah, I
They
should've
were
said
black
that.
people.
But still, nonetheless,
Mm.
let's see. Thoughts on Cult, Damon Horak acts.
Are
We haven't seen
Cult
it
of
yet.
Chucky or
No, American Horror Story Cult, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
we-
We were talking
yeah,
about
it
it.
comes out Tuesday.
Yeah, so if we're not answering Brady's comments, we should probably...
Death Twitch says, I suspect this stream will end with a riot. I don't know.
Riot,
He said it at one
riot.
point when we were talking about things. Wences says, House of Wax remake is actually a good guilty pleasure. It
Well,
was,
yeah, because
as
you
was
see-
the My Bloody Valentine remake, which I agree with My Bloody Valentine, don't agree with House of Wax because
Wait,
Paris Hilton said
My
false.
Bloody
Yeah, well,
Valentine,
Paris
isn't
Hilton
that
getting
the
killed
Jason
is
Ackles
awesome.
movie?
That was a remake, yeah.
And are they talking about that?
They're
What
talking
movie?
about that. They're saying that was good, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was all like, did they redo it?
that
What
actually
the
was
hell? I didn't
awesome.
really-
I loved that 3D.
We went and saw it
movie.
together.
Did we? Because
Yeah.
that was awesome in 3D, that
Yeah.
movie.
It was so cool.
I didn't really mind House of Wax. It's got that Toddy from The Girl Next Door and
Paris
24. No. Come on, guys, help me out. The girl,
I like Paris Hilton, House of Wax.
is it Alicia Cooper?
For
Is that
what?
I'm saying?
I don't know. He's
The,
talking
the,
about.
the other blonde, the one who was the main character, was Chad Michael Murray, and
Oh,
then
who
the
cares?
other, yeah, she was on 24, The Girl Next Door. I want to
Oh,
say
yeah.
Alicia Cuthbert or Elisha Cuthbert,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that. She is, wow. Babes.
Jason Hobbs says Z Nation kicks ass.
Mm.
I've heard
I
decent
watched the
things.
first episode of Z
No.
Nation and I said no, this isn't for me.
No, I don't like it. I think it's just a B-rated.
I think
Walking
it's like a comic book cartoon version of a zombie apocalypse, sort of
I
like
just think-
almost. A comic book version is a
Dead.
way
Yeah,
to go,
I thought it was.
but not Walking
I
Dead.
thought it was BC Walking Dead.
I agree.
Well, speaking
Death
of-
Witch says I give. Give Get Out. I'm just trying to keep up on it.
No, you're
I give Get Out prompts for not being a remake, but it was just okay. Jerks Production says Clown was very underrated.
I agree.
We love
I
Clown.
love
We
Clown.
did a review of it.
I finally watched
Can
it.
any of you guys? Can any
We
of you
reviewed it
guys
with
do
the
an
Clown.
Australian accent?
Copy.
So there you go.
I don't know.
Bostas.
Okay, you can do
you
the
bunch of
Foster's
Kiwis,
commercials
eh?
and shit.
Bunch of Kiwis.
No
Uh,
one here can do accents.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm all about the Kiwis.
fuck
Sorry,
you.
Australians.
I can do an accent even if I can't place what accent it is.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Okay, you're right. We can't
I'm
do
gonna get into
accents.
the beer.
Fuck you.
guys are cracking
Fuck
me
off.
up.
Oh my god.
Where's Susie?
I need to take a shot
Susie's
too.
got an
I
accent.
know, we actually need. Jerk says same thing with Beyond the Gates. Underrated and needed more attention. But Fuego, you did not like Beyond the
I
Gates.
was disappointed with that.
Disappointed
show?
says hi,
Yeah, Fuego says he was disappointed.
Are you talking about the TV show?
Totally muting you guys now. Oh, sorry, Sarah.
Sorry.
Get Out was a tedious 2-hour-long Twilight Zone episode. Shia LaBeouf.
I love the Twilight Zone. Come on.
Do you watch Black Mirror? We do, and a teaser for the 4th season did come out,
Mhm.
which I would like to do after this, but I know not everyone can stay for that, so we'll do that later.
I
I'm
still
not
think,
Miss
interested
Brittany
in
Lee
it.
will be here by the time we do that.
dude, the best
You guys
episode of
got
Black
it.
Mirror is the one with Toby Kebbell, where like he thought his girlfriend was cheating on him. That shit really just knife twisting. in my
No,
heart.
I like the horror game one. That was really good.
Geek On says, hello from Saudi Arabia. Love the
Hey.
channel. What's up?
What?
We love your.
Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Heck yeah.
Sorry,
I was gonna say
I'll try not to
something.
spoil it. I know it's been a while. I might have spoiled a bit of Get Out. I apologize. I've had maybe a drink or two. Both collector movies were good. I like seeing Paris Hilton get killed. How do you feel about it taking the
Who
It director
doesn't?
taking on Pet Cemetery? We're kind of excited. Fuego and I talked about it in the news a week or two ago.
We did.
I want to see a horror movie with martial artists fighting monsters. It's funny you say that because Fuego got to interview a very special martial artist by the name of Master Daniel Pesina,
Hell yeah.
who was Johnny Cage, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero in the original Mortal Kombat game, and they talk exactly about that. What would happen if a martial artist got into a horror movie? And what, more specifically, what would he have done in horror movies, and how he would not have fallen into some things. Wences says, "Do we need a Collector 3 or a Your Next 2?" I agree with Collector 3 more than a Your Next 2.
I like Your Next.
All right,
Your
people
next
keep
was
talking.
Wingard, right?
Talking about
Wingard?
people.
This is going to take forever. I'm never going to be able to keep up on it. So, Fuego, what's next?
Okay, so we're going to jump into October now, guys. We already started with Cult of Chucky, which comes out October 3rd, but obviously Halloween month is big time status, y'all. So we've got a few TV series, obviously, that are returning. We're excited about The Walking Dead Season 8 on October 22nd. We also have the re-emergence of Supernatural.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, which is on, where the heck is the...
You put it up here somewhere, didn't you?
October 12th, yeah. So, honestly, for Supernatural, I was pretty disappointed with Season 12, in all honesty. And the way that
I think they had some highs and lows.
Yeah.
Ups and downs. I mean, the back half was a lot better than the first half.
Yeah.
Peaks and valleys.
Spoilers. I'm sad about Crowley not returning. He's apparently done, and you know, obviously characters die on the show, and they have the possibility to return. But the actor himself has said that he's not coming back, which is
I'm
a disappointment
okay with
for me.
it,
Really?
to be honest.
You think he overstayed his welcome?
No, it's not that. I think he did a phenomenal job. Crowley is a huge staple for this series. Blah blah blah. I just
blah, blah, blah.
I
Lord,
was not a big Crowley character fan because he was supposed to be a big bad, and he
But then they
really
backtracked.
wasn't. He got too close, and it was just like they're like, we hate you, but they work together all the time. It just didn't make sense. You either make him part of the team and deal with it, or make him a bad guy, and they kept going back and forth, and it just didn't work, and that's why they had to kill him.
He's a bad guy with a good heart.
He was very much a gray area type of character, in my opinion. Like, I enjoyed some of the best parts
I
where,
loved
like,
him in the beginning.
season 10, where he had the demon thing going on, and they had their little bromance
Man,
going.
that was forced.
You didn't like that?
That was forced.
I did enjoy that.
No bromance is ever forced.
I liked him when he was Crossroads Demon.
Yeah.
Like, back to the roots. Like, that Crowley. If he was that Crowley throughout. But I'm the type of person, like, the villain is a villain and needs to stay a villain. And if you make him cry, and you make him soft, you make him part of the team, he's not a villain.
I'm going to miss the whole Rocky and Bullwinkle comments and calling Sam Moose and all
Yeah,
that. That shit made me laugh.
They'll come up with something else. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what
Has
happens.
the show overstayed its welcome at this point?
No.
Has it?
Which one?
Supernatural.
Kinda.
Season 13, I mean,
Not
honestly, I'm kind of with Cecil, where I thought 11 was such a high point, and you want to go out on a high note. It was a big come down, and they underutilized Mary Winchester, and I just, I don't know.
Yeah, she was a little bit of a...
What?
Yeah.
I'm much more excited about All Out War. What about you, Marcia?
We'll see what happens.
Like, is it going to be actual war?
It's going to be way more interesting than last season.
Season 7 was a bore.
It had its ups and downs. And the way I look at it is, like, when they actually hit the points of the story, the comic book, they did a really good job. But when they put in all the different filler to make it this season, it didn't hit. So the points that were closer to the comic book, I think they did really well. The stuff that they came up with on their own was kind of... It was a mess. So...
We're on easy street.
And it feels so neat.
I love that song.
Me too. Honestly, favorite episode for me of the whole season was Carl and Negan. That episode was awesome, in my opinion.
Did we just change
because it was really cool. Yeah, we're on Walking Dead now.
Walking Dead?
Okay, alright.
Yeah, we tried to choose
It was good because that was, that was a hit point for the comic books. That was a big thing that happened with them, and then they go back. I don't know. I don't like trash people. I think they're dumb, and I hate that they're coming back. I wish they would have all exploded.
Yeah, they renewed that chick. Who was like the leader of the
God, why?
Well,
stop it.
Speaking of trash people, actually, Death Twitch says the Garbage Pail Kids movie might be the most nightmarish film ever made.
That is
and
a
some
weird
people
movie.
agree.
Oh
I've never actually watched it, but
weird.
I've seen I've seen the Channel Awesome review of it on the Nostalgia Critic, and then I've seen a couple of other people parody
Did they
it.
do like a remake of it or something?
No,
Yeah,
no,
maybe
it's
a
just
weird
the old
80s
movie.
The
That's,
old movie.
that's
Yeah,
really
I couldn't
crazy
watch
and
that
gross.
movie. It freaked me out.
Yeah, I understand. I understand why
It
it
was
would.
gross.
All right, let's see here. Ms. Bond is here. Hey, Ms. Bond. What's
Hello,
up? Good to
madam.
see you. Thank you for joining us. What do you guys think about shows like Face Off? Do you think they help the horror world?
Yes.
Jerks Production asks.
I love it.
I think
Did
so
you
for
interview
sure.
one of the Face Off people?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Scarefest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for sure because it's going to inspire a whole new generation
And
of
it has
artists
already.
regularly.
You have people and they're like saying that they grew up watching Face Off
Mhm.
already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
How old are they?
Oh
Same
my
with American Idol
gosh.
people and stuff. It's
yeah,
so
I mean
weird.
they were probably like beginning of high school when they started this all stuff
Yeah,
coming out. Now they're on their show.
Early
and it's just-
20s, yeah.
You're seeing the next generations going, and granted, it almost feels like they're running out of talent because some of the people that come on, you're just like, really? What are you doing? But then they have some really hit them out of the park. And at this point, like, I'll watch the first episode and I'll be like, that guy's gonna win, everybody else sucks. So,
And are you right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
All right. So,
But I love that show. I love watching it.
yeah. Tony Robinson actually asked, are we excited about Scream Season 3? We touched on it briefly earlier.
We actually didn't get to it.
Well, but earlier as in before the
Oh,
podcast, yeah. That was on your list though, right?
It was not on my list because I don't think we have a premiere date for it yet.
No, not
We haven't
exactly,
even started
but
filming it, so it's not happening in this fall season.
I'm not excited because they're abandoning ship, and the 2 seasons plus a special that I put into it apparently means nothing to them, so they're moving on,
Yeah.
so am I.
I
Marcia,
don't know.
thoughts?
I want more of it. So I know, even though it's not what it was, which I agree is really stupid because they should have just continued with the story that they had already put the feelers out for. And I love the characters. I love season 2. I think they were on the right track. And now it's like, what am I gonna have to watch this year? Just Stranger Things.
Hopefully
which we're
Outcast.
going to get to. Yeah, well, yeah, and Outcast and Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3, despite both being done, there's no release dates for either of those yet. And yet Outcast has already shown the entire season over in the UK. It's
so
on
brutal.
the
That's so dumb.
the Cody's and stuff if
What
you
is wrong?
want to seek it out. And I love that
What's
first
wrong
season
with
of
America?
Outcast. It was so
Make
good.
America great again.
Edward D asks, should I watch Game of Thrones? All I hear
Yes.
is about is incest on the show.
Yes.
Uh,
Incest is the best part.
it says, yep, incest and dragons.
Incestual
says
dragons.
Jason Hobbs.
Woo!
Shy Lethal says Game of Thrones get really bad at season 5.
No.
I don't agree, and I think even if it did, season 6 definitely makes up for it. Season 6 and 7 were the best seasons of the show, in my opinion.
Because it's all the culminating stuff together.
Oh,
These
yeah, for
characters
sure.
Debatable.
finally meeting
I mean, that's
each other.
debatable. I love
It's everything we wanted to see with dragons and everything.
Yeah, it's debatable. I love every season because I've read every book that's been out, so I've been following it along as it's progressed. Yes, it's not. I mean, they're straying obviously far from where I think the book was going at this point, but that's because they're on fast forward speed and they don't have a manuscript to go after.
And George R. R.
so-
Martin takes forever to write his fucking books, man, from what
Yeah.
I've read. I mean,
But at the
compared
same
to like a Stephen
time-
King who puts out like 2-3 books a year sometimes.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, there are some touch points that I got excited about when Jon Snow comes back.
Everybody
But-
loves Jon Snow.
And the
I
Ice
don't watch Game of
Dragon,
Thrones,
Ice Dragon's cool, you know, like, yes, everything's on fast forward, and they're taking some liberties with time hopping and all that stuff, but I don't know, I think it's very enjoyable. You just gotta enjoy it for what it is.
couldn't be more fast forward than
You
Death
gotta
Note.
split it from the books, guys.
Rogue Reaper asks, what's our favorite kind of horror, slasher, supernatural, sci-fi? We've talked about that a number of times in podcasts and everything, so just look in the podcast archive for answers to that.
Preacher.
We had Zachary Haith asks, did you read the comic, watch the anime, or check out the new live-action trailer for Blade of the Immortal about a samurai who has to kill 1,000 evil men in order to regain his mortality.
Oh, that's his 100th movie, if I'm not mistaken.
No, but I will watch
Japanese
that trailer
director.
for sure. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Wetsis asks, Dear Horror Show, I'm currently writing a horror poetry book, and besides sending you guys a copy, do I have permission to use any of you guys as characters in my story?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not? Yeah.
Yep.
Andrew?
Sure, why not?
All right. Let's
As long
see.
as I'm not portrayed as a chomo.
Geek on Reed asks, Marcia, or what do you think about Midnight Texas? And Marcia's the only one that's been watching it.
Oh,
Is it
I
good?
like it, but
Charlotte
I
Harris, right?
wish I could. I wish I could like it more. I feel like it's kind of. It has all the elements. It has the actors. It has the points, but I feel like they could push it a little bit more to make it a solid show.
So then you're feeling the constraints of the fact that it's on ABC or NBC, right?
Yes.
Instead of HBO.
Yes.
True Blood was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it all the elements are there, and I'm continuing to watch it. I watch it every week, and I'm interested to see where it goes. But yeah, I think if it had less limitations on what they could do, it would be a stronger show.
Let's see. Kevin Barker says they should spell it Game of Thrones because I'm always getting put to sleep.
Ugh.
Tony Robinson says, do you guys want a horror show based around horror festivals and conventions? That's what we are.
Yeah, we do that.
we cover that.
And it's like some of our least viewed stuff.
Yeah, not enough people like watching that
Unfortunately.
stuff, unfortunately. I'm still trying to grow the Mad Monster channel. By the way, if you guys haven't gone, youtube.com/Mad Monster. I am catering that YouTube channel right now with content editing and stuff like that, and I actually just got off the phone with Evan today about plans. He's actually going on, he's going to do a movie fights on the Screen
Nice.
Junkies and
He's going on there?
to promote the channel.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
so,
cool.
yep.
Who's he fighting? I
I don't know, and he's going to try and find out so we can cater some content to have it ready by the time he gets on there. But yeah.
Nice.
Make sure you subscribe to that. Oh no, I went away with the live chat.
Whoopsie.
All
No,
right.
there's still a couple others here.
Any
as
tips
we-
to help YouTube channel grow? I know you started, but I just wanted to
No,
answer
you're
this
fine.
real quick.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
That's what all
We
the
have
people
just
we look
kept
up to.
going. It's been a slow growth, but it's been growth. We haven't had a single day where we haven't gained subscribers, so just keep doing it. Fuego,
Yeah,
we were
that's what,
saying.
that's what all the people that we look up to in the YouTube sphere have said. They're like consistency, dedication. I mean, and content.
One last thing, you could have a table cat.
Table cat helps.
Yeah, she's sleeping
You can
very.
see she is passed
She is
out.
relaxed. So as we hit the last few entries here in October that we want to make mention of, October 13th is actually one that I really like the trailer for this movie. It's Happy Death Day. And
Yes.
it's that weird like Groundhog Day type thing where the girl just, although the 50 Cent song was a little much for me, but I'm disappointed it's PG-13 though because that means they're not going to be able to go full fucking 9 around it like I would like them to. But Marcia, you, if I remember, liked this trailer too, right?
Yeah, I did. I remember liking it. I don't remember a lot about it.
10 for
Well,
good
there
day.
you
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the girl like
Been a
wakes
while.
up and she's doing the walk of shame because she like hooks up with
Oh
some guy.
yes. Okay, it's coming back to me now. Yeah.
It's all coming back.
Which
to
one?
come back.
Which one?
Happy Death Day, the Groundhog
yeah,
Day
yeah,
horror
yeah,
film.
Yeah, the only thing that was weird was like the guy was also like having a Groundhog's Day with her. It felt like so he knew where she was going. So it was
And she was
kinda
getting
weird.
killed in different scenarios like each time, which was
Yeah.
also that same day, October 13th. There's a film that I haven't heard of called Suck My Balls.
Suck My
that
Balls!
Marcia, can you give us some insight about it?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I just made it up, but I just wanted Jaime to say "suck my nuts," and he said balls. But that's okay.
I did. Say my
Balls.
A couple people are saying they're watching Ozark. Is that horror enough for us to watch?
It's
Let us
not
know.
horror.
Okay,
Is
then
it?
never mind.
Isn't
Fuck
that
you
like
guys.
cop
No,
procedural?
it's
Late Late
not
Horror
either.
Show. Dino's here. Hey guys, what's up? And I did want to mention.
Kind of like Breaking Bad.
Unfortunately, the Late Late
Drug
Horror
related
Show
that?
is no longer
Yeah.
going to be posting episodes
What is?
because of the problems on YouTube, and they're largely a commentary channel. They have, I'm assuming they got, the YouTube came down hard on them, and so rather than continue, they're starting a whole new podcast, the Dino and Ted Show, on iTunes. I think it's called the Dino and Ted Show. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dino, but make sure you guys go subscribe. Go to the Late Late Horror Show. You can click on his icon in the comments, and then go to whatever link is on his YouTube to make sure you're subscribing to the Dino and Ted Show, or just go to Horror Town on Facebook. Join the Horror Town Facebook group if you're not on it. I'm on it. I post on there every single day. Dino posts on there a lot. Death Twitch, Eric posts on there every now and again. I love seeing Confused Reviews. That is a criminally underwatched YouTube channel, Confused Reviews. He does a lot of work. He's really funny, and I am planning a crossover with him very soon. True Blood is a woman's horror show. That's kind of funny.
I like True Blood.
Let's see. Yes, correct. Thanks, Cecil. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Dino and Ted Show.
Sweet.
All right. So, Fuego, what's next?
So next is the fact that we just this past week received the news that Creep 2 is coming October 24th.
What?
Yep.
So yeah, I really like the first Creep movie.
And we got an image
Mark
with
Duplass.
him in that fucking mask
Oh
again.
my god! And like there's also another image with him, his haircut and that creepy smirk and stuff. I mean, I love Duplass in the League, and this was him really doing something vastly different and strange. Marcia, did you see the?
Oh,
first
I know
Creep
what you're
film?
talking about now.
Creep, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where the guy goes to
With
make
the
the documentary.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a sequel.
There's another one.
Yeah.
There's a sequel.
I'm
yes.
gonna watch that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like the first one?
I thought it was really creepy and entertaining and different.
I think we actually podcasted about
I was
that
gonna
too.
say, I think you guys reviewed it for a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
so I'm into it.
It had a good ending.
Yeah, the ending was one of the most graphic parts.
Wences
It felt
asked.
like what a soccer should feel like.
Yeah. Wences asked, "What's your favorite horror drinking game?" I don't think we know that many horror drinking games outside of Take
Just
a Shot.
drinking.
Yeah, well, watch specific films, and you're like, oh, anytime they drop an F-bomb or they did, whatever. I mean.
I don't remember what drinking is like.
Yes, Michelle, Fuego and I are going to do a live, spoiler-free review of it.
Mhm.
We will do it from the computer like we do our news, so you guys will be able to comment back to us, but we will not spoil it. But we will give you the live thoughts.
And it's going to be a late night thing because the screening's at 7, and I think the movie is almost 2.5 hours long.
Wow.
So maybe expect, about 10 p.m.?
10 p.m. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yep, this Tuesday.
Or a little before. Brady, I don't know if I'm going to play Hellblade tonight. I don't know. I might, if I play a game with Brittany, it might be Uncharted, because we're getting into that a little bit.
Oh, that was a fun short game.
Yeah, short, right? It feels
Yeah.
like it's going to be real
Yeah,
short.
it's short.
Is it just that one map?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
what
be
I
really
said
short.
when I was realized how much time they were spending on that one map.
I've already
I'm like,
gotten most of the
this
discs,
is it,
too.
right?
So, oh shit. Alright, well, that'll
Yeah.
be a quick playthrough.
It was
It's still
It
fun.
was still fun.
Still
it
fun.
was worth it.
Hellblade is already, if that's as
Yeah.
short as it's going to be, Hellblade is worth $40 more than
Yeah.
that game is. But anyway, Joseph Savarese, what's up, guys? Always pumped to see you guys live while I'm deployed. Looking
Yeah.
forward to your It review this week. Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, what up, Joseph?
So yeah, around 9:30, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Fuego and I, well, if it starts at 7, 2.5 hours,
Yeah,
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our live spoiler-free review of It. That's awesome that you're watching while deployed. I love hearing that. Thank you for your service. You're braver than I am, but I appreciate that you're willing to tune in and hear my stupid opinion about horror stuff. All right.
I don't know why it's bothering me.
Let's see.
State
Wences,
of the
I'm
Baptist
out for the
Park.
night, guys. Got a night of alcohol and karaoke waiting for me. All
There
right,
you
Wences,
go.
you have a good night.
Drinking and singing. They go
Brittany
together
and I might
wonderfully.
have some karaoke tonight too. She has a little karaoke machine, and I found out that she actually sings karaoke when I'm not here
You
sometimes.
told me about that.
So I
That's
need to
so
probably join
cute.
her. Yeah. Let's see. All right.
There's
Jason Hobbs says Charlie's Farm. We need to watch that. That's apparently a really good Australian horror, and I love Australian horror. Wolf Creek is a really good one.
Love
Yeah,
it.
the,
I need to watch that series
100
too,
Bloody Acres?
because Wolf Creek season 2 had a trailer drop too.
Yeah.
So I need.
Season 2?
Yeah, they did a series
Huh.
in Australia.
Same guy, right?
Interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
So
I
I need
didn't
to
know
watch
that.
that too. I wanna see if it's
I would have
maybe
to watch the
available
first one
anywhere.
before I watch the second one.
Does
Michelle
anyone
Kelly
remember-
asks, anyone seen Motel Hell? I don't remember it.
Nope.
Go ahead, what were you
Wait, there
saying?
was
No,
one
I was
last
going to make an
show.
Australian joke. I was like, does anyone remember Yahoo Series?
Yeah. There's one more show.
Jason Hobbs says I like the Wolf Creek series. Okay.
One more show.
Yep. We are right at the tail end of the
Sorry.
list here. Obviously, I got to make one more Stephen King reference because 1922 is coming to Netflix on October 20th. I'm very excited about that. Well, that's a movie. That's not a show. So that's going to be a Netflix original. Thomas Jane, period piece, Depression era. I want to say they're in like Nebraska or somewhere in the Midwest, and it's about this husband who convinces his son to kill the mom because she's a bitch and crazy, and they throw her in a well, and all the guilt that they deal with afterwards while covering up the murder so they can sell the property. But on October 27th, just a few days before Halloween, we have two big things dropping. So theatrically, we have the first new Saw film. We have the first new Saw film in what, 10 years?
Yep.
I want to say
Jigsaw. I think 7 or 8.
And something like that. It's been an extended period of time. So Jigsaw comes out October 27th, but I think more people are going to be binging Stranger Things season 2, right, Marcia?
Yes, nobody cares about anything else. Stranger Things 2, woo!
Yeah, Stranger Things 2 is going to be super exciting. We're going to have
It's
our
gonna crush.
sleepover, our Stranger Things sleepover.
Yeah,
and I still think we should do a review after every episode. People want us to do a live reaction after every episode.
Oh, wow.
So we just have to make sure, it is, but we have to make sure they don't go too long.
How
if we do.
many?
It's 10 or 12.
It'll be, is it 10 or 12? It was 8. The first season
Let's
was
double
8.
check. Yeah, I'm curious.
That's a lot. That's 12 hours.
Jumping in, let's see, I can't wait for Gerald's game. Jerks asks, any planned tributes for George Romero and or Tobe Hooper? We did a George Romero podcast, and Fuego, Dirk, and I just recorded a Tobe Hooper podcast, which will be released this Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah, this Sunday, our Tobe Hooper tribute will go up, but George Romero is already up there, plus Fuego's interview with George Romero. Let's see, shit, what was I going to say? Yep, that's going to probably call it, guys. Is that everything? Oh no, Andrew. What are you excited about?
I'm excited for the next podcast.
There you go.
Wait, Edward D donated. So doesn't he get the last question?
Sure. Edward D, do you have one more question? I mean, technically the donation just guarantees I read that comment, but that's fine.
I just thought.
But since he did, you're right. That's a good point.
He did it
So Edward D, yeah. Oh, seconded. Sweet. So Rubber Soul says I want Sweet 2. Verabet says seconded. Sweet 2 would be awesome. Fuego says, yeah, so do I.
We have an idea for it, but
we have an idea for the next 2, actually.
Yeah, money.
I'm excited for the Revenge of the Bloody Fish Sticks. What?
That sounds gross.
Sounds like a mozzarella stick.
Okay, what is the one thing each of you are most stoked for? Asks Edward D.
I'll start because that's very easy.
There you go.
The NFL season's right around the corner. Preseason is officially over.
You're a Vikings fan.
As a Vikings fan, starting against the New Orleans Saints, who acquired Adrian Peterson. We're going to smash him into the ground, stop him at the goal line. It's going to be over. But, yeah.
Too bad you're not going to win the Super Bowl because...
Don't do the Patriots thing.
Because the Patriots will win.
Don't do this.
I mean...
Don't do this.
I'm sorry, but there's not that much to look forward to.
He's got the curse. Tom Brady's got the curse.
What curse?
He was on the cover of Madden.
So?
Yes.
Hey, how did your boy Gronkowski do last year? He was on the cover.
Well, he was not able to play because he was brutally taken out.
Oh, sounds like
on purpose. And
it was a hit. It was a hit.
And you can't play when you're broken.
Yeah,
He's a broken man.
That sounds like what happened to Brady when he went down with
broken.
an ACL injury that
He's
season.
not broken.
Unfortunately, I'm a
broken.
college football fan, not really much of an NFL fan, and my Sun Devils looked like shit on Thursday.
All right, it doesn't matter. Fuego, what are you excited about? This is the Sportscast. What are you excited about?
I'm definitely most excited for seeing Stephen King live for the first time in my life. My favorite author.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcia?
September 29th. Yeah.
American Horror Story.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll go with Chucky. Chucky. I'm tempted to say Jeepers Creepers without getting ire sent my way. I think I can say
Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Jeepers Creepers 3. I don't care.
Chucky.
I don't care. Hate me. You already hate me.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. This was a good hour-long live stream. Hopefully we didn't have any lag or anything. It was good to be back in the saddle over here. We've done some different things. Again, next week is going to be our spoiler live stream of it.
Yeah,
It
better
week.
watch it.
So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't tune in next week. But let's be
Just
honest,
watch
all of
it.
you guys are going to go see it on
I
Friday
gotta buy
or
my
Thursday.
tickets. I
Yeah,
probably should buy
hopefully
my tickets
Thursday.
now. Can
See it
we?
in IMAX.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably.
the tickets are on sale already.
Oh,
All right,
I better do that.
Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Andrew Mercer.
Ben Honey Fuego.
How much more?
And remember,
Stay
stay scared.
Look, Table Cat freaked out.
I know.
You woke me up.